What's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm bringing you as a quick mission guide for the final mission from Tier 4 of the Redacted faction here in Season 3, known as Infrared. Now, before we dive into it, if you guys do enjoy this content, anytime from this video helpful in any way, make sure you show your support for the channel by going down below and smashing that like button. Go ahead and throw an easy goal of 150 likes on today's video, as well as if you guys like to find your way back to the channel for more Call of Duty content, make sure you do hit the subscribe button alongside that notification bell so you won't miss you in future videos. All right, so this mission is going to be 3 parts, and it is definitely the most challenging in this entire tier, as it is going to be taking us over to the complex. Now, part 1 is asking us to reset the security system at the upload station in the external ops section. Now, in order to get easy access to the external ops section, it is best to go into Al Mazrah, head over to Rohan Oil, and go through the bunker entrance in Rohan Oil. This will obviously have you spawning in to the external ops, making part 1 significantly easier. Now, if you guys are spawning in on this side, you guys will just make your way through it. Eventually, you get to a little room where on the right corner, you guys will see the upload station. You guys have probably come across this before and actually wondered what this is intended for. Now, this is going to be for this mission. So you guys are going to go over to the upload station, and you're going to need to actually activate it, waiting for that progress bar to fill up. Once it actually fills up, the security system will then reset, wrapping up part 1. Now, part 2 is asking us to open the locked cache in the restricted section in the factory wing. So you guys have been over to the upload station, you've completed that progress bar, now you've reset the security, which is required to be able to actually access the locked cache in the specific room that it is located. Now, the restricted section is going to require an L2 key, but you guys can get around this using a skeleton key. So either you're going to want to go over to the buy station here in the complex, which is going to require you to actually go to the factory wing where you can purchase one for 50,000, unlock the secure buy station where you could purchase one for 25,000, or of course, again, have a skeleton key. Once you guys have access to one of these keys, you guys will kind of be prepared to go to this next area. Now, this is a little bit confusing because the part is asking us to go to the factory wing, but you are indeed going to need to go to the alpha cluster. Now, an easy way to get access to this cluster without having too many issues is to, before you actually go from Al Mazrah to the complex, head over to a gas station or loot around the map in the garages or places that could possibly have these items. But you're going to be looking for the jumper cables and a car battery. Again, I think if you guys go over to a gas station, you guys should be able to knock this out fairly quickly. You guys will be able to get access to these items. But once you have access to the jumper cables and the car battery, you guys can pretty much just go over to the Rohan Oil and enter that way. That way you guys will be set up to be able to open the alpha cluster door. Now, the good news is once you actually make it to the centralized location from the external ops, the only thing you have to do is basically open up that bunker door, obviously put on your night vision, and you're going to follow the walls to your right. If you guys take the right, you're going to follow the walls this way. It's going to lead you to the door to the alpha cluster, but you guys will know you guys can't just open this as it doesn't have any power. So in between the 2 doors, there's going to be a right and a left door on that right side wall from the external ops. You guys will see a little place where you can actually put the jumper cable and the car battery in order to actually power these doors. Then you're going to want to open the right side location. This is just the way that I went through. It doesn't actually have to be the right side. You'll get to this location regardless, and you guys will work your way through. Once you guys actually go in, make your way around to the left, take that right, and go all the way down to the end of the hallway. You guys will be in the big open room where the servers are. Now, what you're going to need to do is take a right and follow it all the way to the end corner where that stair set goes up to the little higher level there, where you guys will see your first L2 restricted door. Now, there's going to be some sentry guns in here. Of course, there's going to be a ton of AI. You're going to want to clear this out the best you can. That way, you guys have a little bit more freedom to move around. Now, you're not going to want to go through that first door to the right. You're actually going to want to go to the second door, which is just one to the left. And you're going to want to open that door with your L2 key card or your skeleton key. Then you're going to want to make your way forward. You're going to take your first left. It's going to go around a corner, and then you guys should see a sentry gun. And around this corner here where the sentry gun is, you're going to want to take that sentry gun, and that first door to the right is actually going to be where the secured cache is located, or the locked cache. Now, a good way to know if you found the exact room that you need is you will want to put on your night vision, because you will not be able to see the lasers inside this room without it. And then you guys will be able to actually see the lasers. If you see the lasers in this room, this is the exact room you need to be in, and you guys will know you're in the right location. Now, it's important to note, this is one of the things that I had the most issues with. It took me a few tries to actually accomplish this little puzzle in order to get to the lock cache, because the door was actually pushed in. So after a couple of tries, I actually went inside the room and knocked the door to the outside. That way the door was no longer inflicting with my lasers, because you will have to see the lasers in order to make it through the puzzle. And the first laser kind of kept disappearing as I got close to it. So this kind of solved my issue. So make sure the door is not going in, it's going out, and you guys will have a lot better success with this. Now, it is important to note, if you touch any of these lasers, it will actually reset this, and you'll have to go all the way back to the upload station in the external ops and then reactivate it, filling up the progress bar, reset it once again. Once you guys make it over to that room and you have your night vision equipped, what you're going to need to do first is go ahead and crouch. You're going to crouch underneath that first laser. Then you guys will be able to kind of stand up. You guys can then jump over the second laser, and then it's going to require you to then crouch under another laser that goes diagonally. You'll kind of crouch under that. Once you've kind of cleared that spot, you'll stand up again, hop over another. At this point, you can basically lay down, and you're going to follow it around to the other side of the shelves here. You're going to crawl all the way, and you should be able to make it to where the lock cache is at this point. Then you guys will be able to open it, obviously being able to knock out part 2. Part 3 is just asking us to extract the Building 21 evidence from this cache. So obviously once you guys have opened this, you guys will be able to find the Building 21 evidence inside. You guys will then just want to make sure you put this into your backpack. At this point, it's not going to matter if you guys hit any of the lasers, as you've already gotten what is required. And then all you're going to need to do is go over to your nearest exfil. There's going to be exfil in the area fairly close, so you guys should be able to make it to it without too many issues. Of course, as always, be careful because there could be other players, but at the point that you guys make it through all of this, you guys should probably be one of the last teams around, or if any team hasn't kind of gone towards your area, maybe they're over in the factory wing dealing with the bosses. But regardless, you guys are going to go to the nearest exfil safely, and this mission will be complete, wrapping up tier 4 and unlocking tier 5 of the Redacted faction. That's going to wrap things up for today's quick mission guide. Thank you guys for all support in today's video, all support in the channel, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.